What I'm about to share could change everything about building stronger glutes after 50. You've been walking, squatting, trying to activate those muscles, but you're still not seeing real results. Before you blame yourself or aging, understand this. The problem isn't your effort or age. It's one critical missing piece, and without addressing it first, your glutes simply cannot develop properly. Most adults over 50 follow reasonable sounding advice. More squats, daily walks, stay active, engage glutes. But if your pelvis isn't properly aligned, your body literally cannot recruit glute muscles correctly. You're reinforcing dysfunction, not building strength. What I'm sharing today is a specific science-backed movement that resets the alignment, stopping your glutes from firing properly. Once that foundation stabilizes, I'll show you what may be the single most effective glute-building exercise for people over 50, shaping, lifting, and protecting your hips in ways typical exercises cannot match. If you're over 50 struggling with weak glutes, this isn't your fault. Fitness culture designs programs for 20-year-olds, not 60-year-olds. We're taking a research-based path today. Studies show that aging causes loss of neuromuscular coordination needed to activate glute medius and minimus, muscles keeping your pelvis centered, and hips functioning. Research found pelvic misalignment becomes increasingly common after 50, especially with sedentary work or poor posture. Your body redirects force from glutes to lower back, knees, and quads. But this is reversible through proper retraining. What if doing what seems right actually holds you back? Most over 50 are told to walk more, squat when possible, squeeze glutes. But if glutes aren't firing correctly, none of this produces results. You're reinforcing imbalances causing pain, stiffness, and lack of progress. A 2021 study found most adults over 50 unconsciously redirect tension from glutes to lower back and quads during squats because their pelvis lacks stability and deep glute muscles are offline. This explains disappointing results from well-intentioned efforts. You're working harder on a compromised foundation. The solution is a smarter sequence. Reset pelvis for alignment, stabilize by reactivating deep glute muscles, then strengthen to build real shape and power. Until your pelvis is centered, glutes remain disconnected. You could do squats, bridges, kickbacks, and lunges daily, but if your pelvis is tilted, rotated, or unstable, those movements won't reach target muscles. This explains why people over 50 report glutes don't activate, hips feel uneven, legs do all the work, and lower backs ache after training. This is misfiring, a system that forgot proper movement sequence. External pelvic rotation, developing gradually from years of sitting and poor mechanics, shuts down glute medius and minimus, destabilizes hip sockets, and creates appearance of hip dips or flat glutes. Research shows pelvic misalignment reduces glute activation and increases compensatory loading in lower spine and knees. But your body can relearn with the right signal. This reset movement isn't flashy, but it's precise and powerful. Start in tabletop position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Cross one ankle over the opposite calf, creating gentle internal rotation of the pelvis for resetting alignment. Inhale through nose as you prepare. Exhale slowly as you rock hips back toward heels. Keep spine neutral, don't round your back. Pause briefly at end range, then inhale, returning to start. Repeat for 30 reps, moving smoothly and controlled. Do 2 to 3 sets per side once or twice daily. Keep weight balanced through arms. Don't let chest collapse. Breathe fully as this works on neuromuscular and nervous system levels. Common mistakes include rocking too quickly, letting knee twist inward, and holding breath. This isn't a workout, it's a reset button that allows everything else to finally work properly. Now that foundation is aligned, we stabilize and activate muscles protecting your hips. Your pelvis is no longer misaligned, but it needs stability. When over 50, this distinction is crucial. Balance issues like stepping off curbs, turning quickly, or slipping while carrying bags are signals that glute medius and minimus have become inactive. These muscles keep your pelvis level, prevent knees from caving, and stop spine from overcompensating. Once offline, everything suffers. Studies show reduced glute medius function correlates with poor balance, increased fall risk, difficulty standing on one leg, knee and hip instability, and decreased walking speed. Walking doesn't fix this. Squats barely activate these muscles. Most conventional exercises don't reach them. The side plank with leg lift is dual purpose, activating bottom glute isometrically and top glute dynamically. This mirrors real-world lateral control declining after 50. A 2020 study ranked this as the highest activator of glute medius and minimus, surpassing clamshells and leg raises. 5 reps per side can activate muscles you haven't felt in years. Light on side, elbow under shoulder. Stack legs or place top foot forward for balance. Lift hips into side plank. While keeping hips elevated and body straight, slowly lift a top leg as high as possible without twisting pelvis. Pause 2 seconds at top. Lower with control. Do 5 to 8 reps per side. If too challenging, start with knees bent. Keep chest forward. Breathe deeply, exhaling on leg lift, inhaling on return. Avoid dropping hips, holding breath, or rushing. This bridges stability and strength. This is what everything has been building toward. The supported single-leg Romanian deadlift may be the most effective glute exercise ever studied for activating all 3 glute muscles simultaneously. But it only works when pelvis is aligned and deep stabilizers are active. That's why we started with the reset and trained lateral stabilizers. Unlike 2-leg exercises, the single-leg Romanian deadlift challenges balance, loads glutes eccentrically, where most muscle development happens, trains hip stability and hamstring control, engages full posterior chain, and mimics real-life challenges like reaching and bending. A 2023 study found single-leg Romanian deadlift activated glute max, medius, and minimus at top-tier levels, higher than squats or lunges, especially with controlled form. It's scalable with just body weight and light support, making it accessible to beginners while delivering elite results. Using support isn't cheating. Support doesn't reduce activation, it removes fear. When you feel safe, your nervous system lets glutes fire fully instead of protecting unstable joints. Stand next to chair or wall for light fingertip support. Shift weight to one leg with soft knee bend, foot rooted. Other leg stays straight, extending behind as counterbalance. Hinge at hips, keeping spine long and pelvis level. Lower torso forward as back leg lifts. Go only as low as possible without rounding spine or twisting hips. Pause at bottom. Engage glutes to return to standing controlled. Do 8 to 10 reps per leg for 2 to 3 sets. Keep hips square, back toe toward ground. Lead with heel driving back, not chest falling forward. Use glutes, not back, to rise. Avoid rushing, twisting hips, or gripping hard. This movement shapes, strengthens, and protects, training movement patterns rather than isolated muscles. You don't need to train like you're 20 or chase pain to prove strength. You need a system respecting your age and honoring your potential. Your glutes aren't gone or broken. They're waiting for the right signal in the right sequence. Reset your foundation, stabilize your structure, then grow with confidence, control, and power. It's not about catching up. It's about reconnecting to your strength, your body, and your future. You're not too late. You're just getting started.